It's finally here, Xbox One's most anticipated exclusive title, Halo 5 Guardians. The latest entry in one of gaming's most beloved franchises, does Guardians live up to the high expectations people have for the Halo franchise? The answer is yes, most of the time. However, there are some pretty significant letdowns when it comes to the campaign. I'm going to kick off this review by jumping right into the campaign, because this is traditionally my favourite part of the Halo games. Let's start with the positives. The gunplay is refined to perfection in Guardians, with some of the most tight and precise controls of any shooter. And if you were concerned about the addition of ADS to every weapon, don't be. Looking down the iron sights doesn't break the flow at all, it makes taking down snipers much easier. And if you want, you can always avoid using ADS and just aim freely like you always have. Nearly every gun in Halo 5 feels fun to use. This is especially noticeable with the Promethean weaponry, which has thankfully been improved vastly over how it felt in Halo 4. The shooting isn't the only thing that's been improved, however. Halo 5 is much faster than its predecessors, and the traversal of the environment feels much more natural now. One new mechanic that affects traversal is the ability to boost while melee attacking for a huge impact. This allows you to smash through walls to open up hidden pathways to get the jump on enemies. This boost is also incredibly helpful in combat for clearing a path through enemies when cornered. The boost can also be used to dodge incoming attacks or slam down to the ground. This is particularly useful for breaking through enemy shields. Once again, Halo demonstrates how to make vehicles feel good in a game. I jumped at every opportunity to hop in a vehicle to take down waves of enemies. One downfall of a lot of first-person shooters is the lack of enemy variety, and this is another reason why people gravitate to Halo. You know that you'll be fighting a huge variety of enemies who are all balanced perfectly to challenge but not overwhelm you. I'm glad to say that Halo 5 is the same. Promethean and Covenant enemies are varied, and every enemy type reacts differently in their approach to attacking you. And as you can see from the gameplay, Halo 5 Guardians is stunning, with some of the best looking environments to grace the Xbox One yet. The performance is also silky smooth in Guardians. In my time with the campaign, I didn't see a single glitch or frame rate stutter. But despite everything that it does so well, Halo 5 has some huge issues that end up making it one of the weaker overall campaigns. Firstly, the advertisements for Guardians seem to imply that your playtime would be split pretty evenly between the two protagonists, Locke and Master Chief, seeing as both characters are featured pretty prominently. Alas, this is not the case. Literally 80% of the missions cast you as Locke. Out of the 15 missions in the campaign, you only play 3 of them as the Chief. This wouldn't be a problem if it weren't for the fact that Locke just isn't a very good character. He doesn't have any interesting motivation for hunting down the Chief. It's just not that fun to be in the shoes of a character whose only motivation is to follow orders. The story also expects you to be intimately familiar with the Halo universe and does little to help people who are new to the series catch up. And although most of the missions are very well designed, the campaign is bogged down by a couple of non-combat missions where you simply walk to a character, press A, trigger a conversation, rinse and repeat. These kind of missions definitely have a place. That place just isn't a Halo campaign. The campaign is also very short. I was finished with the campaign in under 7 hours. The campaign's ending is straight up bad. It clearly exists just to set up the next sequel. This lack of conclusion left me much less satisfied than previous Halo endings. Now, to move on to the part that is many people's favourite part of the Halo games, the multiplayer. The multiplayer here is impeccable, and if my early impressions are anything to go by, this may be the best multiplayer to be featured in a Halo game yet, with the multiplayer being split into 2 components, Arena and Warzone. Arena is what you would think of as your traditional Halo Online experience, and here you'll find the standard online modes like Team Deathmatch and Free For All, but the big new addition is Warzone, an online mode which features teams as well as AI enemies doing battle on huge maps. This is the best new addition to Halo's already huge multiplayer suite. This mode is special thanks to its accessibility. People who aren't great at competitive multiplayer can still have fun and contribute by running around the map fighting the AI, while more hardened Halo fans can focus on fighting the other team. Halo 5 is a great game, featuring a robust online component and a fun but somewhat anticlimactic campaign. Despite some issues, this joins titles like Sunset Overdrive and Rare Replay in Xbox One's great exclusive lineup. I'm giving Halo 5 an 8 out of 10. If you enjoy my reviews, please like and subscribe or follow me on Twitter @ChrisFremo.